This is another New Black World Order TV Productions, and I got the God here from the 5% Nation. What's your attribute, God?
My attribute is Lord, I am Merciful Allah.
Okay. Peace, God.
Peace.
Thanks for coming through. The New Black World Order TV audience loves to, hear people come through and share their knowledge. So we want you to break down the science of the weight of the white man's brain as taught by the nation of gods and earth, and the weight of the original man's brain and the black woman's brain, and what's the difference in their intelligence based on their weight.
Okay. Peace, God. The science behind the white man's brain being 6 pounds or 6 ounces.
6 ounces.
6 ounces. 6 is the number of the devil, or the mark of the beast. It's been a while, God. Pardon self. Now, my understanding of that is that 6 is the mark of the devil, or the beast.
Okay.
I mean, being that 6 is lower than 7, which is the weight of the original black man's brain.
7.5
ounces. And 7 is the number, the numerical value of God.
Okay.
Of God. So God and the devil
are not on the same.
They're not on the same page. They're not on the same wavelength.
Right. So is it because the white man's brain weighs physically lesser determines his limitation of intelligence in comparison to the physical weight of the original man's brain?
Yes, it does.
So the 7.5 ounce physical weight of the original man's brain makes him more superior than the white man.
More superior and more intelligent.
Okay, well go in on that for our audience.
Saying that you have more intelligence and more cognitive abilities to be able to break everything down, to understand everything that's going on around you, to understanding your universe, or you and I verse everything. You know what I mean? It's a constant battle. You know what I mean? Okay,
so the lessons teach that the black woman brain is 6 ounces also.
Yes.
So is she equal to the devil?
No.
Okay, so could you go in on what makes her 6 ounce brain weight physically different than the white man's 6 ounce brain physically? What's the difference?
The difference is that the black woman is a manifestation of God.
Okay.
I mean, she is his wisdom, if you would. And the 6 in her brain is equality, is the being able to balance everything out. She is the balance between the black man and the black child.
Okay.
And she is that equality, that scale, if you must.
So if her brain is 6 ounces and the white man's brain is 6 ounces, and she's not his equal, then is she the black man's equal?
In my understanding, yes.
Okay.
Because, like I said, she is that scale between the black man and the black child. So she is that gateway to that.
Okay.
I mean, saying that she is his partner, not his follower. I mean, because the black man don't want nobody to follow him. Don't want nobody to have faith in him, to pray to him. I mean, it's just the black woman is that equality line, and I sit here now and I'm like, damn, like, because I'm just, getting into the breaking down of that.
Okay.
I mean, like you said, the white man's brain, or the devil's brain, is 6 ounces.
Physically weighs 6 ounces.
Physically weighs 6 ounces.
Okay.
And the black woman's brain is that same 6 ounces
of physical
weight. But she has the understanding and the power to be better, to be more
than the white man. Okay, so if the black man brain weighs 7.5 ounces, and the black woman brain weighs 6 ounces, and the 6 is her limitation, how can she truly reflect the black man's knowledge if she's not on his level?
because, like you said, the black woman is that manifestation of the knowledge, and the power is hers.
Okay.
And it takes the black woman to raise the black child who is the future. I mean, and being that the black man has manifested his knowledge to the black woman, which raises her above the white man.
Okay.
With his 6 ounces, his physical.
Is his 6 limitation?
Yes.
And her 6 is limitation?
Yes.
So she and him can't rise to the number 7?
No.
So how is she not his equal? It would make sense that she could reflect his knowledge, but she couldn't reflect yours. Because if I look into a mirror, the mirror gonna reflect the image that I put in it. So if the black woman can only raise to the number 6 and she can't raise to the number 7, then how can she reflect my knowledge?
How can she reflect your knowledge?
Yeah. Because she got limitations.
Yeah, she do have
And if my mind is infinite, not talking about the weight of my brain, but if my mind is infinite, how can she reflect infinity? If there's a limitation on her knowledge, when there's no limitation on infinity. Let's go in. You know, because we got a debate coming up with the Nation of Islam and the Nation of Gods and Earth and the New Black World Order.
True.
And so, you know, iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel, and men sharpen men.
True.
We do not fight it out physically.
No.
We duel it out in the mind, right?
Mental.
And then we come to a greater understanding of what we thought we understood.
True bill.
So, could you please answer that question? Or you need me to repeat it again?
I need you to repeat it again, God.
If the black man brain weighs 7.5 ounces physically, and the black woman brain weighs 6 ounces physically, and that's a limitation upon her cognitive abilities. But mine is infinite. Just like a mirror would reflect the image that you put in front of it. How could a 6-ounce brain with limitations reflect a 7.5-ounce brain that's unlimited in its mental capacity?
Her ways in action.
How though? If she has a limitation, how could she reflect that image?
Because like the lessons tell us that the black woman is the physical manifestation of our knowledge.
Then her brain should weigh 7.5 ounces.
It should, but it doesn't.
That's the reason why I asked the question. Explain that, God. Because if you got an unlimited mind with a 7.5-ounce brain, and she got an unlimited mind with a 6-ounce brain, how could she reflect your infinity?
How can she reflect my infinity?
Because infinity has no limitations on it.
True. How can she reflect our...
Right, how could she do it? If she got limitations, how could she do it? So that means, in all actuality, she's not equal with you.
True bill.
She's equal with the white man.
Equal to the devil.
Why would you call your woman the devil?
I wouldn't, because she's my
But the
queen.
lessons are.
Yes.
In all actuality, the lessons are saying she has the same weight brain, 6-ounce brain that the devil has.
True.
So how could she reflect your infinite mind?
How can she reflect my infinite mind? One way is her ways and actions.
But if her ways and actions is that of a 6-ounce brain, which is weak and wicked, how could she reflect something as strong as a 7.5-ounce brain?
Through refinement.
How though? With limitations. It's a good question.
That's a real good question.
Okay, so I'm going to make it a little harder for you, God.
Okay.
Because I know there's some knowledge in you, and if I ask the right questions in the right way, it'll come out you. Now, who brung up the concept that a bigger brain means more intelligence and a smaller brain means lesser intelligence? Remember at one time, under white anthropology, in the evolution theory, Charles Darwin and his anthropologists taught for many years that the black man brain, or all non-European brains, were smaller than white people.
Yes.
How did this doctrine find its way into the Nation of Gods and Earth, or the Nation of Islam's doctrine, if they are teaching black supreme history?
Honestly, God, and it's the wisest answer I can give you, I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about. A man who won't pump fake, a man who will admit that he doesn't know, is truly a wise man. You are a wise man. Now, when we see you again, and you have went back to your lessons and back to your studies, would you come back and answer those questions?
Yes.
Peace, God.
Peace to God.
And what's your attribute again?
Lord, I am merciful Allah.
This is another New Black World Order TV Productions, and we out. Hold on. This is another New Black World Order TV Productions. Ask that question one more time.
When we're dealing with the science of the alphabets or the alphabets, right? Peace. I be the God Mustafa Quill, Infinite Essence Shabazz Allah.
Peace, God.
When we talk about the alphabets, when we talk about the science of he or her, it says he or her both have the power to build or destroy.
True.
If the universe was the womb or the bearer of the gases, which means that the universe was the Asiatic black woman who gave birth to the black man came from the universe was the womb. So that means that she was there in the beginning.
True.
So that means that she has power. There's no limitation. The universe is infinite consciousness. It's always in constant motion. It's always growing. It's always evolving. It's always moving. Just like the Asiatic black man. If you talk about the atom, if we take it to the size of the atom, it says Allah, the original man. The atom always break down to subparticles, subatomic particles, and lower levels, and so on and so on and such forth. And then they coalesce and come back into a higher form. This is the same science as water. Water draws itself up into a fine mist which the naked eye can hardly see or detect. We're talking about subatomic particles. So when they draw themselves up and they mix with other currents of atmosphere, and then they collide back together, they become what? Heavier than the gravitation, so they distill itself back down to another form, liquid, solids, and gas. This is the science of you and the reality of you, and this is the science of her and the reality of her. So when you bring that manifestation together, you have what? Power and force and divine intelligence. That's why the understanding is that the 6 ounces that's being spoken about, those are levels of consciousness. That's not actual weight as far as matter is concerned. We're talking about levels of consciousness. We know that his consciousness is a grafted consciousness. Why? Because he was taken out of the original man. He was placed into a vehicle of expression that could be manifested so that you can see it, know it, and understand with it, and not fall victim to it. When you go further on in your lessons, it will show and prove. He said Allah created the devil so that he would do what? Not fall victim to it. That he would show and prove himself to be all wise and righteous. True. And would destroy the devil in one day.
I'm going to switch this up for a moment. Watch this now. In the breakdown of the student enrollment, and the breakdown of the first question in 120.
Who is the original?
Who is the original man? The maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth, God of the
Father civilization,
God of the universe. Now, you must have a supreme brain and a supreme mind and a supreme head, according to the breakdown, in order to be Allah. Right? Now, is the black man's mind infinite, or is it 7.5 ounces?
Physical weight is 7.5 ounces.
The physical weight is 7.5 ounces.
But it's infinite.
But his mind is what?
Infinite.
Now, can you weigh infinity?
No.
If you broke infinity down into fractions, does it change the state of infinity?
No.
So what is Minister Mustafa Shabazz talking about? He's trying to put a weight on infinity, and that is impossible. Now, he also tried to stuff the word Asiatic into the creation. Asia is not even here yet, is it?
True.
Based on what he just said. You feel?
Asiatic is the mind.
You can say it's the mind, but the word Asia referred to a geographical place.
True.
And when the gases, meaning when matter and energy pressed upon carbon, right, Asia did not what? Exist. The 940,000 square miles did not what? Exist. So the geographical location that you're calling Asia did not exist. So therefore, you could not place the word Asiatic on a black woman when discussing dark matter doing its what? Work. Okay. Now, again,
go ahead.
Make this fraction something other than infinity.
Now, I love your energy.
Yes.
The title that you're speaking about, Asiatic. When I use the title Asiatic, we're speaking about the place in which he manifested himself.
In Arabia?
In a physical form.
In Arabia.
See, when you talk about Arabia, hold it, stop. When we're talking about the landmass all being one landmass, okay? At one time, it was all one landmass before the continental division and the breaking it up.
But you taking it back to a time when direction was an illusion.
Exactly.
So where's the place?
We talking about primordial.
So where was the place?
When we talk about the universe.
Got you, man.
Okay, the universe wasn't named Asia.
The universe was not called Asia.
No.
So was the universe the womb of the black? Was it the black woman's womb?
I said the universe. Hold it, stop. See, now you're trying to play with semantics.
No, earlier you used that word.
I said the universe was the womb.
But you're talking to somebody who makes notations.
Right. I said the universe was the womb, and let me clarify that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Because you know my audience, you're going to have to clarify.
When we're talking about the universe being the womb, out of nothing comes something. You know what I'm saying?
Out of what?
Out of nothing comes something. The no thing. We're not talking about a vast emptiness. So
the original man came out of total triple darkness. So the total triple darkness, he came out of that? So it was here before he was.
The universe was true indeed. True indeed.
So how could he be Allah? He's secondary.
Allah is
then
the
original man would be secondary if he came out of the darkness. And then tell me, what was he standing on? What was he standing on, God?
Nothing.
He was standing on nothing. Do it now, then.
Can't.
Because the pseudo logic that you just espoused don't make sense.
True.
I'm gonna get this knowledge about you. Cause you can't take the pressure, baby.
Who can't take the pressure?
You.
I gotta go catch the bus.
All right, peace, God.
Peace to the gods.
New Black World Order TV at YouTube. Check it out. This video is up there, and then you gotta come back, and you gotta bring something more than just speculation, God.
True bill.
Yeah, you gotta know what you're talking about when you step up in front of this camera.
Peace to the gods.
Peace. Again. Go back into the Allah best and look at that degree over again. And then take it all the way through. It's a map. It's a road map. It's a guide that'll guide you all the way through.
Gotcha.
All right? Peace, Allah.
Peace.
Son of man.
Yes, sir.
I respect your bill. You know I always do.
Right.
I would never come to you with half-truths, misinformation, disinformation, or insufficient education. Because that's not my degree.
Yes, sir.
That's not my stature.
So you telling me...
My understanding was to clarify or to straighten out or to aid and assist an individual who didn't have a proper understanding of those things that he was...
I think he properly understood that the lesson said that the physical brain weighs 7.5 pounds.
When you cannot expound on it, when you cannot properly or adequately build on it...
How could you expound on something that's not approximately right?
If you study to show yourself approved, then you can be able to do that.
This is another New Black World of TV production. See you later, and we out. Peace, God.
Peace.